Hey guys, I am going to be doing the first weekly theme, and something that I have always struggled with, and I hope I don't start crying, but something I've really struggled with my whole life was feeling like I was good enough. Like it just seemed like that was like the theme of my life. Like no matter what I did, I was never quite good enough. And it's really been hard for me. It was hard for me to really see my self-worth and my value when I was constantly telling myself you're not good enough. Um, and it applied to all areas of my life. Like I remember when I was younger, it seemed like anybody I dated would end up dating someone else, and I was never good enough for them. And as a teenager, like your self-worth is pretty shaky anyway. And then it seemed like even my friends were that way. Like I just kind of felt like someone always had a better best friend. And then as a mom, um, just feeling like I'm not the best mom and I'm gonna screw my kids up. And hi, Betty. And I'm never good enough. My house is never clean enough. I'm not doing enough. I'm lazy. I just constantly was feeding my mind with very, very, very negative thoughts. And it wasn't until I started doing these programs and when I became a Beachbody coach that I realized how much I was self-sabotaging myself and that I was feeding myself so much of this negativity. And I didn't even realize the self-sabotage was even happening until I became aware of how negative my thoughts were toward myself. So I think we struggle with that. And I think a lot of people don't even realize they're setting themselves up for failure because they think they're not good enough. And it's almost like we fear being successful because it will completely invalidate, is that even a word? Our thoughts that we're not good enough. And that's all we've ever known. Yeah. And so I really want to focus this week on believing in yourself. Like you are what you believe you are. So if you believe you're awesome, you will be awesome. If you believe that you're a horrible mother, you will be a horrible mother. However, that's only partially true. I think we exaggerate things. But what you believe is what you will be. So it's with any area. So what you believe, you will achieve. And I know that's like cliche, but it's absolutely true. Anything that we believe about ourselves is what will come to fruition. What we believe our life will come to fruition. And so I want you to really, really focus on your thoughts. And I was listening to a call this morning that Beachbody does every week, and it was amazing. It was probably my favorite one. She was talking about how, she was wanting to change her circumstances and she wanted to change her life, and she always doubted herself. And every time she had a doubting thought come up, she went and got a stack of Postits, and she would write the opposite on that Post-it and she'd hang it. She said she had Postits all over her house, and she said she probably thought people thought she was crazy when they'd come in and see all these positive affirmations because they were around her house. But seeing that every day started to change the belief in herself. She started to believe in herself. She started to make her dreams come true because she wasn't constantly filling her mind with the negative thoughts. She was reversing them by seeing the positive thoughts. So I really want you to dig deep, and I want you to think about, any area of life that you struggled with, and how are you thinking about that? Chances are that you're telling yourself that you can't achieve whatever it is in that area that you want to achieve. You're filling your mind with negative thoughts and doubt, and that will prevent you from achieving whatever you're wanting to achieve. You will literally make happen what you don't want to happen because of what you're filling your mind with. I know that for me, losing weight was a huge, huge obstacle for me, and I thought I can never do that. Like, the number was daunting. Like, I can't lose almost 40 pounds. Like, I can't even lose one. I can't even control myself to eat right. And I felt completely overwhelmed. And I never could do it until I had a support group and until I knew the tools and had just all this wealth of information put out in front of me. But ultimately, it came down to my belief that I could do this. I can do hard things. And so you have to believe in yourself before anything will actually happen and before anything will change. So mainly, especially if you're a woman, I want you to focus on the negative self-talk. It is covering every area of your life. I can guarantee you're telling yourself you're not a good mom, you're not a good enough cook, you're not a good enough if you work, you're not good enough in your career, you're not good enough to achieve this program, you're not good enough to eat right, you're not good enough to have a plan and actually follow through. Like, you know, you're going to beat yourself up all day. And I want you to reverse that. I want you to tell yourself that you can do it. And even when you're in the moment where you're like, I cannot even think positive right now, you get a Post-it note and you write the opposite. You write the opposite thought of what you had. If you just told yourself you're never good enough, you need to put, I am good enough. I am always good enough. And you need to stick that wherever you will see it. So that is your daily challenge. I want you guys to come and I want you to take a picture of whatever you had to write the opposite of, and I want us to start flooding the wall with these positive thoughts of how we're going to change our thinking, and we're going to change each other's thinking by posting all these positive self-thoughts. So that's your challenge, your daily challenge. Post at least one picture. If you want to post more, please do. If every time you have a negative thought, come in and post the opposite of what you put. Or what the thought was, and post what you put on the Post-it note or whatever. And then one other thing I want you to think about is vision boards. I remember thinking, really, like, they're kind of kooky, like all this, what you put out in the universe comes back to you. Like, I just thought it was kind of a crock. But what I've realized is, like I've talked about, what you believe is what you achieve. And so I created this vision board for my family. I think I did it in like May. And it was something I wanted to achieve throughout the year, and it covered like all aspects of my life. So I had my career Beachbody goals, and I have my family goals and fun things we wanted to do. And what's crazy is I have almost completed everything on that vision board. And it's because I see it all the time. There's something to seeing your goals and your dreams that makes you achieve them, because you're seeing it, and so it makes you go, okay, what do I need to do today to get to that goal? And it's constantly on the forefront of your mind, rather than just like a dream that you think you can never achieve. You have a plan of action, and you're going to make it happen. So a few of mine were to, we wanted to go to a BYU game, or, a BYU event. And so we took our kids to one of the BYU tailgate parties, and it was awesome, and they love it. Another one was we wanted to pay off our van by December or January. I can't remember what I put. I paid it off last week. We wanted to, shoot, now that I'm on the spot, I can't think of anything. Anyway, we want to have food storage. That's our goal by the end of the year. We want to attend the temple monthly. We're trying to work on that. And just a minute, buddy. I can't get up right now. And then we wanted to. Anyway, we have all these other goals. Like, I have some business goals that I'm really close to. So I challenge you to make a vision board. If you have to do it like old school, high school style, where you cut out pictures and post it on a paper, do that. If you have access to like a iPhone, there are apps that you can create vision boards with. Yeah, that's you. And then if you have Photoshop, that's how I designed mine. So that's kind of like your Friday goal. I want you to create a vision board this week. And I want you to be able to post it on Friday. I want to see everybody's visions. Like, what are your dreams and your goals? It can be, just till the end of the year. It can be like a full year vision board. But do a vision board in some way. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I can't wait to see all of our positive thoughts flooding the wall, because that really will change your mind. Sorry, he's a little loud. When you start being aware of your thoughts, and you'll stop sabotaging yourself when you're constantly aware of your goals and your dreams and your thoughts. So I'm excited to see it. Let me know if you have any questions, and let's get this party started.